Welcome to a brand new, a big Top 20 Countdown Season 10, baby. Yeah. You know, only a brand new show. It's a brand new year, baby. Yeah. We're talking to our guests, Monsta, yo, Ladaro, Pennix. Yeah, y'all. But you guys, let's get into this countdown. The 20 song from the best R&B gospel. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I got the wrong one up. I put the gospel. Uh-oh. Number 20. I can always cut this out. But number 20 comes from Eric Benet and India R. Reed. This song is called It Must Be Love. Let's get into it. It Must Be Love by Eric Benet and India R. Reed on Big Stop 20. Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. That was the awesome Let Us See with Love You Too. Oh my gosh. You guys, we're going to start talking to our guests. Oh wow, Monster, yo, you know what? I can say so much about him, but I want him to say something about himself. How you doing, man? Look at me.
Man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm living my best life, as I say, is my blessed life, and so I'm stepping in the prestige of my majesty every day, understanding my potential, leading by example. That's how I'm doing, man.
That's awesome. Tell my listeners about yourself.
Well, I'm an individual who's an entrepreneur. I'm CEO of Skrilla Gorilla West. I'm CEO of Monster Yo Music ENT. Um, I'm co-CEO of King's PR. I'm a manager of artists. I'm a boxing manager of a fighter. I'm a club promoter. I do events. I'm a published author of 16 books. The list goes on. I have my own dojo out there um, called Core of Discipline, Harvey and Pennix. What else? It's just the list just goes on. I'm an academic. I have my degrees. I have a degree in psychology, communication, liberal arts. I have a doctorate in theology. I have a business certificate from Baylor University. I have my certificate in real estate and practice appraisal and principle. I'm a hip hop artist. You know,
Oh,
um, I've done songs with Snoop, Exhibit, Sean Kingston, Young Buck, even Jason Statham jumped on one of my tracks. Eminem,
wow.
Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace before he passed. Um, I've just been P Nice, Long Beach E Will, Tay F Third. The list just goes on. Cocaine, who I celebrate always. That's an individual that's one of my great inspirations who has really stepped up on a big brother role and really laced me in the game of how to be and conduct yourself. I'm a motivational speaker. I founded my suicide prevention hotline called Yana, You Are Not Alone. Um, what else? There's just so many things that we've done that I do that my community stands behind, and to me it's not really about me, it's about the community. So I said it right, that we've done together, that has allowed us all to shine together, because my shine is their shine is my shine.
Wow, you have done a lot, man. And don't forget that you were nominated I looked at your bio, you were nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Sir,
Wow, that is really big, man.
I've also won the GERD Award a couple of years back, um,
Okay.
for top song, and you know, uh, I won I won an award for collaborative leadership in LA. A lot of things. I mean, listen, I'm gonna say this: the creator is amazing,
I'm
and
telling you.
it's crazy because I'm in a situation that was considered like one of the worst situations. But
Mhm.
for me, I don't wake up being miserable. I wake up understanding that, the creator has a better day for me every day.
Yes,
And when I step
yes.
into that day, I lead by example and I lead accordingly. I understand that peace is within. The
Mhm.
external is exactly what it is. It's abstract, but
Yes,
internal peace is concrete. And
that's
so
right.
I just live in that. I love saying this word, the
Mhm.
prestige of your blessing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
All right
Because
now,
when
all
you live
right
in the
now.
prestige
You
of
better
your
think.
blessing, I'm
All right, you
telling
preaching.
you, can't go wrong.
That's
Yes,
right now.
sir.
You preaching now. You preaching now. I was like, woo. I said, oh, I can
Yes,
see.
sir.
Maybe I need to change this countdown to a gospel countdown. Maybe make you feel comfortable. It's
Might
you
have to do
all the
both.
sense
Might
of
have to do
music.
both.
Oh no.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get back. We're going to talk more to you, but let's get back in this countdown. The number 18 song goes from one of my very favorite singers in the world, Ann Nesby. She came out with a song in 2025 called My Man. One of my favorite. Let's get into it. My Man by Ann Nesby on Big Top 20, Top 25. You know, countdown. Yeah. Oh, you know what, y'all? I don't know what. I don't know why I can't get my words together. What's wrong with me, y'all? Usually
You
I'm
know what?
together when we're talking to a
You
guest.
know,
But
because it's this amazing encounter. That's what it is. Here it
that's what
is.
it is.
We've been exchanging this positive energy, and it's just you just feeling it all at one time. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And you know what? You're doing so much. I mean, what's your very favorite thing to do? That I mean, the very favorite thing that if you had to pick one thing that you had to do for the rest of your life, what would you do?
Help people, and be their counselor. I think that for me, when I'm talking to individuals and I'm giving them the benefit of my own wisdom and the benefit of my own knowledge, when they get that aha moment, it really
Hmm.
feels good because you see it when it clicks.
Yes.
And that's when change is about to manifest. And so
Yes.
for me, when I'm helping somebody, whether they're going through a personal problem, whether they're going through some social problem, whatever's going on in their life, when I'm helping them, it feels good because, here it is, the creator has given me some type of innate wisdom that I didn't even know I had until I was up against a struggle and it just
Yeah.
came out of me, right? And
Yeah.
again, they say pressure creates diamonds, right? And so
Yes.
all of a
Yes.
sudden, this diamond started shining in me, and I started giving this wisdom, and people started receiving it, and they started to understand it and appreciate it. And by them appreciating it, I began to appreciate them and myself because I started to understand that there's something more divine that I have to give to the world. And it's not about me. It's about what the creator is pouring in me to give out to the world. So that's what I just been doing. And so I could do that for the rest of my life. Help people, save
Yeah.
people from themselves, remind them of what they're capable of. That's where my head is at.
Some people need that, and some people just really need it. The world needs more of that. I'm
Yes,
telling you,
sir.
the world needs definitely more motivation and positivity. I'm telling you. And also, I got the pleasure of looking at your book list. I'm buying a book. I got one coming up, but oh my God, so many dang genres. Oh my
Yes, sir.
God, it's
Yes, sir.
impressive. Oh my God, what made you get in all those genres? I mean, come on now, what made you want to become an author?
You know what? It's crazy because a lot of my motivation comes from my mother. And
Mm,
first off, I want to give a huge shout out to my mother. That has been my
okay.
earth angel. That's been the individual that's been inspiring me to be my best. I
Mhm,
started off wanting to make my mother proud, and then it
mhm,
developed into making myself proud. But it started with her though, because at first I had accepted my self-limiting beliefs. I thought I would be
mhm,
a nobody. I fed into everything the negative encouragement of my authority figures would tell me back then that I was a nobody, that I was not smart, that I'll be nothing, I'll be dead or in jail by 18. So I had accepted
oh,
those notions,
oh,
those viewpoints. And so my
mhm,
mother, she would not quit on me. She would
okay.
not let go. She told me, I'm going to love you more than you love yourself. And by
Okay.
doing that, um, by her doing that, it really fueled in me some type of zest to live. And once I began to have that zest to live, not just exist, I began to explore my own potential. She started to encourage me to write. And I remember when
Mhm.
she first started having me to write, she would say, just write this, you just write a poem, or just write this, or just write that. And I noticed when I'm writing, I'm not in trouble. If I don't have nothing to do, that's when the devil come out to play because the idol's mind
Yeah,
is a devil workshop, right?
you don't mind about that? Oh my
Yeah,
God, come on.
she started encouraging me, but not just her, a lot of other earth angels that crossed my path throughout my journey of life. They came to me and they made sure that they refused to see me fail myself, and they would encourage me to write. And so the more I wrote, the better I got. The better I got, next thing I know, my mother's like, "Hey, we're finna do this." And the first books that we wrote were children's books. Sugar for my granny.
Oh,
Yes, sir. And then from there, we progress to divine comprehension. Then we progress to love towards seductive, which is kind of funny because let me just say this: my mother is a devout Christian,
Yes, yes, yes.
and this is the book that we wrote about, though. It's called Love Towards Seductive, about a
Okay.
female serial killer who has an alter ego who is a dude that's in love with her. That's in love with her. So anytime she gives her heart to someone, or anytime someone hurts her, her alter ego comes out and sets them on fire.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And so I love my angel. And so she brought the concept to me, and we came together and we collaborated, and then we soared. And then it became I just started just building from there. And we continued to build. And the older I got, the more I began to grow better in my in my writing. So like today's writings, like to all my loved ones, Swords of Inspiration, Mental Martial Arts. Um, and so many more. They now stand out. I have a book on autism, which is based
Oh,
on different characters that went through trials and tribulations because of their own autism, and then end up becoming a hero in the end. That was written with myself and my cousin Renee Pennix and Alexander, and
oh,
it
wow.
love that we're really touching the world through our words. Because
That's
words are really
awesome.
powerful. Words
Yes, they
can
are.
peace, love. Words can create love. They can also
Yeah,
create war and discontent and everything else. And
that's
so
right.
to be able to share the benefit of our words and touch lives the way that we are, man, I'm just honored. And my mother is the reason for that.
Wow, that is awesome, man. That's awesome that you give credit to your mother. I know we're going to come back to you, but let's get back in this countdown. We're going to put one of your songs next. That's the number 16 song comes from Alex Isley. This song is called Fool's Gold. Let's get into it. Fool's Gold by Alex Isley on Big Old Top 20 2025 R&B singles countdown. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, I got it out. Y'all, that was number 15 song, Stokely with Rare. No, no, no. I got it out. I got it out. I was able to get it out. So yeah. You guys, the next song we're gonna play is the extra song of the week. This is by Monsta Yo. This song is called, I think it's your latest single called "Dead Faces." Uh, let me know about that. Let me know about this song. How did this song come about and all good stuff?
Okay. So when it comes to Dead Faces, that was actually a flukes. It's crazy because I was in the transition of actually changing my style of rapping then. And but someone drew me in and said, "Hey, let's just go ahead and just show them what we're working with from this old school perspective." And so I went ahead and collaborated with Freeze from Houston, and
Mhm.
my guy Lowe, Chris Lowe, up out of gosh, I know he's down south, but we just collaborated and came up with this 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 smooth melodic beat song that talks about getting that money. That's all it's talking about, getting that bread.
So let's get into it. The first song of the week, Monster Yo with Dead Faces on Big Woo Top 20 Countdown. You know I stole it from Soul Train. Yeah, you guys, that was Monster Yo. I actually got to hear that song. I actually like that song. Don't ask me to sing the chorus. Don't ask me to sing anything because now that I'm older, it takes me a little while to get sing start stuff. But it is what it is. And man, how did you start your rap career?
Well, I've always been into hip hop, but when I first wrote my first rhyme, I had discharged from youth authority, and I
Mhm.
remember my mother was picking me up, and as we were driving, she was playing music, and Warren G came on, the Regulators, and when
Yeah.
I heard Regulators, and knowing he's from Long Beach and everything else where I'm from, it just
Mhm.
changed my life. Now all of
Wow.
a sudden I have something to aspire to do, right? To aspire to emulate. And
Hmm.
from there I wrote my first rap, and I was into, trying to build my career then, but it just didn't fall through. And so later on in life, I decided to, take another chance at it, and I began to soar. And I had already had a lot of deep connections with Long Beach artists, and a lot of the Long Beach artists connected me to individuals who are outside of Long Beach. And when you start making connections with people and you're sincere with the connections that you make, that
Mhm.
spreads. People want to work with you when they know that you're the real deal.
That's
It's
right.
not, you have this number one song and you just that dude. No, to be honest with you, people want to work with good people. That's what
That's right.
creates that longevity. People always say, I mess with you the long way, and the reason why they say that is because you know, that bond is a real bond. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? We're taking our time with this. And so the bonds
Yeah.
that I make with individuals, I really cherish those bonds that I make. And so I've been able to make bonds with different individuals. And like I said, it began to spread. And then when individuals started to be able to see the moves that I make from where I'm at, and they knew that it wasn't on no nonsense, they started to
Mm.
respect how I did it, and just my push in general. And it just began to attract more and more people, and that's how I was able to make all these different connections and do all these features with all these various artists.
You better say that two more times to these younger artists, man. You said a mouthful, man. These younger artists need to know this about the connections. Because they're so busy cussing out each other, but you know what I'm saying. But it is what it is, man. You
Hmm.
can't really tell people what to do. But you know what?
Right.
We're gonna get back in this countdown, and we're gonna come back to the number 14 song comes from October London. This song is called "Mama" featuring Snoop Dogg. Let's get into it. "Mama" featuring Snoop Dogg on Big Old Top 20 R&B songs of 2025. Yeah. Yeah, y'all, we did three in a row for you. We did the awesome October London Mama featuring Snoop Dogg. Number 13 was The Weekend Enjoy the Show featuring Future. And number 12 was Chris Brown with It Depends the Remix featuring Bryson Tyler and Usher. Now it's time to get into one of my favorite comedians, the Comedy Corner of Rocky Dale Davis. Let's get into it. Rocky Dale Davis, the Comedy Corner on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all, that was very funny. Rocky Dale Davis, I like him, and he's a funny dude. He's a really, really funny dude. I mean, I actually got um, introduced to him through Instagram, so I really don't know that much about the brother. But just like I got introduced to this brother through our good friend, what you call it, Terry Carney. He's like he sent me a video, and I was like, oh my god, he sounds so intelligent. So I explored a little bit, and so out of the exploration, I said, "Hey, I want you on the show." I was like, "Wow!" But then he hit me with all these dang things he's done. I was like, "Damn, my brother is doing all this shit." And excuse me, doing all this. See, I can't. I forgot he's a preacher. I can't cuss. I forgot about that. Forgive me, Father. Like, please forgive me. But yeah, I was like, he's done some amazing things, and I was like, wow. It's like wow. I'm like, it's a pleasure. And then plus he's he's such a great person, man. It was like wow. I'm like, you don't know anybody like that. Be sending me some great messages and constantly motivating me, man. It's like I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I'm trying to get everybody to know you, brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I ask you what your favorite thing to do. What is, what are you, what are your future? What's the future plans?
Well, my future plans is, of course, coming home.
Of course, we want
What I
that.
haven't, what I haven't shared with the world well, here today is that everything that I've done from a prison cell. You know, I've
Mm,
I've been in here.
wow.
I've been in here since I was 16 years old. So that's 31 years. And
Wow.
so I when I was younger, I committed some crimes, and I paid been paying the consequence for those crimes.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the laws have changed, and I will be coming home soon. But you know,
Congratulations. I'm excited. Yeah.
thank you. But
Happy for you, man.
we my future plans is one, coming home. Two,
Yeah.
getting my own organization to where I help the inner city kids. I want to start with the kids first.
Yeah.
Because the reality is that when I was younger, there was a song called "I Believe the Children Are the Future,"
Yeah.
and
What do you think, man?
children are the future. You must teach them, shape and mold them today, so
Mhm.
that they do not fall victim to the generational curse that is in this present moment. And so I want to create a different type of trend to where individuals start embracing things that are more productive to their self-development instead of
Yeah.
destructive. When I
Yes.
was growing up, I saw nothing but the destructiveness of life. And so I didn't know that there was a life beyond the life I was living. I didn't know that there
Mm,
was a life beyond my demographic. And so I was stuck on that street corner. All I saw
Mhm.
was homies on the street corner, the dealers, the prostitutes, and everything else. And so for me, I was thinking, well, this is the life. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm going to die at. And so I didn't know that there was a Himalayas and a rainforest and a Serengeti. I didn't know that there was Mount Everest. And if I knew that, I didn't know about that there was towns outside of the outskirts of California that were beautiful. You know what I'm saying? There were towns in California that were beautiful. I didn't know that
Mhm.
existed. And what I want to do is start sharing with these young kings and young queens. I don't call them YNs. I call them young kings and young queens. What I want to
That's
start
right.
sharing with them is that they're more than their demographic, and there's something beyond what they see today. And so the programs that I want to start, I want to be able to help these kids travel, get to see things that they have never saw or would never see without my program.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You know what? And you're going to do it. You're definitely
Yes,
going to
sir.
do it. You're definitely going to do it. But you know what? I got to talk to you more to you. But let's get back and this countdown. The number 11, number. Oh, sorry, the number 11. Yes, the number 11 song is by Q Parker. He was formerly 112. Now he's out on his own. He has his latest single. It's called "Keep On Loving." He had a really. I think this went all the way up to number 2 on the charts last year. But this is we made it to the number 11 spot. So let's get into it. Q Parker with "Keep On Loving" on Big Old Top 20 R&B Countdown. Yeah, 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 y'all. We did an awesome Mariah Carey, this first of two from her. That song was called Type Dangerous. I actually like that song because actually, almost told my business. Almost told my business, and we ain't gonna tell it yet. We ain't gonna tell it yet. Monster, yo. Let me get serious. Let me get serious. Let me get serious. I'm gonna ask a serious question. Um, you are involved in this thing called the video series and also the project called Put Down the Guns. Let me know about that. Let me know about your videos and stuff like that, and how you got involved with that.
Well, Put the Guns Down, a world epidemic, was of course produced by Terry C. Carney Sr., VP Churchill, and all of us. He brought us all together to be a part of this, to really push this. We had a conversation, and we realized that there's a problem going on in our community, in our communities, where our
Mhm.
kids are dying in huge proportion.
Yes,
And the violence is so senseless that it breaks all of our hearts and it crosses every color line.
yes,
And so we're committing genocide on a regular basis from every color line.
that's
And once
true.
we realized that, we said, you know what, there needs to be a solution. And so this is where this documentary came into play because
Mhm.
we realized that if people can talk about it and
Yes,
see what's going on in this documentary
yes,
and also have a dialogue to where we can start creating solutions, we can then begin to save our kids,
right.
because again, we do not want another one of our kids to die behind a senseless bullet. For
I'm with
what?
you. For
For
what?
what? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And so what
yeah.
I love about this movement is that we've come together as a family, as a community, and we're just demanding solutions. We're coming together and we're streaming this up, and we're encouraging everyone else to stream this up. Not only stream it up, but go have a talk and then apply action. Apply action to your community. A lot of us, we talk about how much we love our community. We talk
Yes.
about how much like even with the thugs out there, you know what I'm saying, and the young kings that
Mhm.
are banging and whatnot, they go out there, man, I'm from such and such and I love where I'm from, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But then they go out and abuse the very community that they proclaim to love. That's domestic
Mm,
violence.
it
It's
is.
just like if when they were raised in their home and they saw their mother beat, they saw their father beat by their mother. You know what I'm saying? And what happens right after? Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. And then it goes right back to the beatings again. Well, it's the same
Mm,
thing you're doing to your own community. You're going out
yeah.
there telling the world, hey, I love my hood. I love my community. I love my people. Then you're going to abuse the very people you profess to love, the very community you profess to love.
That
You
makes no
become
sense.
exactly that generational curse that you despise.
That's right. That's
That,
right. That's true.
that is a
That's true.
problem. And what
Mm,
Terry C. Carney and VP Churchill has done is they have given us the means of saying, hey, here's how you wake up. And here's how we break things down. And here's how we resolve things. But it takes you, the community, to stand up for your children, for your nephew, for your nieces, for your cousins. We
mhm.
have to stand up. We can't be playing no more games.
That's right.
Otherwise, your kids are going to be where I'm at in one of these places.
Oh wow.
That's horrible. I've been in here since I
Yeah.
was 16 years old.
Wow.
16 years old.
Wow.
47 now.
Wow.
That's horrible.
It is. It
Do
is.
not allow your child to be a victim of gang violence, gun violence, or even a victim of their own self-destructive behavior to the point to where they find themselves in prison.
Mhm.
We need to save our kids. And
You're,
this
you're right.
by utilizing this documentary to catapult us to start doing the right thing in our community. It's time to save our community. It's time to heal our community. It's time to be real with our community, like
Right.
Tupac said.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But you know what? We're going to talk. It's time to get into the second extra song of the week, which comes from you. This song is called. Oh man, I hate to get. We got all serious, and now I got to get lighthearted. This song is called "What Are You Talking? What You Talking About?" I sound like a white person. What are you talking about? What you talking about?
There we
Featuring
go.
Snoop Dogg.
There we
Like, you can tell I'm educated. What are you talking about? No, what you
That's how
talking
you know
about?
you educated. That's how you know you educated.
Tell me a little bit about this song, please.
Well, this song right here, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think it was one of my best songs, but what I do love is that Snoop gave us this blessing to be a part of this project. And for me, that was one of my alley oops. And what I loved about this is that he allowed us to create a vision of peace. Because Snoop and I are from two different sides of the tracks of the east side of Long Beach. And by us
Mm,
coming together like that, it was a beautiful union to be able to speak on what's happening and create this new vibe of the Long Beach movement. You know what I'm saying? And so our
yeah,
goal is to create unity amongst our community. And how do you do that? You got to come together with individuals that are unfamiliars,
yes.
and start saying even in our differences, we can build together and grow together and even make money together.
That's right. That's right. So let's get into it. The second extra song of the week, Monster Yo with What You Talking About featuring Snoop Dogg. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, I'm gonna tell you what you talking about. What you talking about? All right, I'm gonna tell you, y'all, Snoop Dogg is my favorite rapper. I'm telling you, man. Since we go all the way back to even before Doggy Style, he's one of my favorites, and that's one that I'll tell you. That's one reason I played that song. But I love Snoop Dogg. I'm telling you, man. And so, man, I'm just like I'm in all of you, man, because you're just like you're amazing, dude. You're doing a lot. I mean, and how did you, man? Your degrees are like parallel because psychology and theology. I would never think that you were a preacher. I would never think that. But psychologist, I can see you being a psychologist. 'Cause maybe I need to be one of your patients. You know what I'm saying?
I have no problem. I'm gonna say this that I'm gonna even say this. Even in theology, when I studied theology, it was more so for the sake of my mom because she wanted me to get into that field. But
Okay.
I've learned a lot in theology. And one of the things that I had to realize is that I have to embrace the spirituality of of Christ. There's
That's
a
right.
difference between the spirituality and then the organized religion itself. I believe that a lot of the organized religion has become tainted by man. And then
True.
by saying that, though, we have to go double back into Plato's Republic because Plato
Mm,
even talked about it. He talked about a perfect society, and they discussed is there a perfect society? Could there ever be a perfect society? And what they did agree on is that, yeah, there could be perfect law, but the flaw in the perfect law is man. Man will always try to abuse, exploit for their own means and will. And
That's
so,
true.
even in religion, the problem with organized religion is that man has perverted so much of organized religion that people are now shying away from the true essence of spirituality. Remember, the church is within. It's not
True.
a temple that is built. It speaks of this in Acts. The church is within.
That's right.
And so, if the church is within, you are the walking temple. And so,
That's
if
right.
you lead by example, that's all that matters.
That's right.
And to be honest with you, using profanity, it's not wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. Because even
Hmm.
Jesus walked amongst the bums, the
Yeah,
ratchet, the wenches, the prostitutes, the
yeah.
heathens, and he spoke their language, but also led by example, if that makes
That's
sense.
true. That's true.
Yes,
That does
sir.
make sense. That's some deep, you man. You talking deep. We talking. You talking. Oh wow. Wow. My brother is wow. You're deep, brother. You're deep. You start preaching the sermon. I'm gonna give you every week. You're gonna be coming on doing a series.
You know,
You're
even
gonna
in
be
my
like,
hip excuse me, even in my hip hop, a lot of people ask me, well, if you're such a different individual, why do you rap about some of the things that you rap about? And I explain this to everyone the same. Before I could reach the youth, I had to speak their language. I had to show them that I've been where they've been. Once
that's
I
true.
was able to show them that I've been where they've been, in every interview, in every magazine article, you will see that I'm not my lyrics.
Mm,
And but I'm going to tell you this though, because they were attracted to the lyrics, now they watch the interviews, now they look at the articles, and now they're able to grow. This is how you plant that seed.
that's right. That's right. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right. We're going to talk more to you, but let's get back in this countdown. I'm cutting you off. I feel like I'm cutting you off. But the number nine song comes from the legendary. His name is Charlie Wilson. This is the latest single called "Keep Me in Love." Let's get into it. "Keep Me in Love" from Charlie Wilson. And from top 20 R&B big old, I'm doing it again. I love y'all. Let's get into it. All right, you guys. We did three in a row. We did number nine was Charlie Wilson with "Keep Me in Love." Number eight was the late great Aaliyah and Tank together. They had a song called "Gone." Wow, it's one of my favorites. And number seven was another one of my favorite artists, Kim. The song was called "Rock with Me." Now it's time to get into your independent song of the week. Independent song of the week is by you. And okay. I decided to make it a little lighthearted, a little bit. OPP thoughts. Tell me about that, please.
OPP thoughts.
Yeah,
So I need a little bit more content on that.
because that's your song. OPP thoughts. That's your song.
Opta. Oh,
Yes.
oh, oh, oh. So, so that is exactly what it is. So Opta, it's about
Be
a
real with it.
chick
Be
that's
real.
about
Let's be real.
a chick that's with the business. She's about the trap life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get one of them. Because she grind me, but at the end of the day, she with the business. And
That's right. That's right. That's right. So let's get into it. The Op Spot by Monster Yo, Independent Song of the Week. Yeah. I call it OPP. So I did that. I did that just to like, I chose that song just to see what you're going to say about it. I was like,
horrible,
bro.
horrible.
I'll make it a little lighthearted. Come on
I love
now. Come
that.
on. A little bit. Man, you are just wow. You're amazing. You're doing everything you really want to do in life. Man, oh wow. What advice would you give someone who would want to do what you're doing? That's
Um,
all.
well, I would first say before you jump into doing what I'm doing, first you have to look within and change who you are within. You just can't jump in this life and being the same person you were that got you in any situation that you're in. You have to really transform yourself and then you have to come with a plan. You know what I'm saying? I always say plan a course of action and then go for it. Application is key. If you believe in yourself and you have a dream, you apply action to that dream and then you manifest that into something that turns into fruition. And that's where my head is at all times. Once I get my mind on a thought, like, so if I tell myself, well, today I'm going to start a Fortune, or I want to start a Fortune 500 company, I will start by in sections on building that Fortune 500 company. Eventually, it's
Yeah.
going to manifest into what it needs to be.
Yeah.
You just have to keep applying yourself. And when you fail, don't look at failure as something that's a crippling, crumbling thing that defeats you. Look at failure as a learning experience. So it's not a failure. I live by a motto: either I win or I won't lose. Either I succeed or I won't fail. And so
Right.
that means failing is not an option. Either I'm trying or I'm going to
Mhm.
make it happen. There is
That's
nothing
right.
else other than that. Or I'm learning from the experience, which is a great thing because the next
That's
time
right.
I do it, I'm going to actually accomplish.
That's right. That's right. And you too. You're not lying about that. The next time you do it, man, you got to keep on going no matter what. That's what I tell
Absolutely.
people all the time. So I tell people, oh, keep on going. But we're going to talk more to you. But now it's time to get into the number six song. The number six song comes from Jay Brown featuring October London. This was a really big hit in 2025. This song was called Just a Matter of Time. Let's get into it. The top 20 R&B songs of 2025 on Big Old Sound 20 Countdown. Yeah. Yeah, y'all, that was a number five song. You know what? I had to put myself in the countdown some kind of way. This was one of the biggest songs of 2025. Man, I got in trouble for the song, man. I'm gonna let you know I got in trouble for the song, man. I got kicked out of.
Are you
I changed
serious?
the song. Yeah, because this song is called "Gaypocrit." That song was called "Gaypocrit." Yeah, yeah, yes, 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 yes. I'll give you the meaning behind it after the show. Um,
Okay.
um. Usually I get in my folks' business, but you know what? I want you to just give shout outs for yes, give a couple of shout outs, whoever want to shout out.
Well, I definitely want to shout out Lord Days, my main business partner of Skrilla Gorilla. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be CEO, co-CEO of Skrilla Gorilla West, where he's allowed me to take over the West Coast and handle the business from there. I want to give a shout out to King PR, my other business partner. Our PR company is just phenomenal. We do amazing things. I want to give some shout out to Jumpman Radio. No, excuse me, ODR Radio. Another one of my business partners. I want to give a shout out to TMP Village, the Vegan Queen, Twix Mix, DJ Booyah, Joe Ham. I want to give a shout out to my brother Jimmy, who has been holding me down. Of course, my mama, that's my main person.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
there's so many people I want to share shout. I want to give a shout out to Terry C. Carney Sr. and VP Churchill for always
yeah,
holding me down. And I want to say free Prentice Banks because that's another one of my brothers that needs to come home. He's an innocent man that needs to come home now.
yeah,
And so
please.
just there's so many people that I want to give a shout out to. If I missed them, oh, my nephew Cedric Carter 1700, my artist 23 Moolah, my artist Lady Too Much, you know, just just I just want to thank everybody who has really just been there in my corner when the chips were down and I just needed them the most. And also Revolution Untelevised, Bree, for just being there. So I just want to just give the shout out to the individuals right there. Oh, one more
Really,
thing. And give a
go
shout out
ahead.
to you for being one of the most dopest podcasters of them all. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
The
it,
most
man.
hypest
Appreciate it.
individual that I know.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you. But you know what? Also want to get we already did this, but just I do it again. Just give me like a 1 minute of inspiration. Just do whatever you want to say. It's inspirational. Whatever you want to say. I'll give you a minute.
Okay. What I want to say is this, is that you matter. Every one of you matter. I don't care what you're going through in life. I don't care the struggles that you're facing. I don't care how, life seems to be so overwhelming and, it just feels like you're just crippling at every corner and that there's nothing on your side. You got to realize at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You're strong enough to endure what you are going through. Your
Yeah.
whole life, you've been through struggle and you've overcome. Your whole life, you've been through something. So when you reach these new critical points of your life where it's obstructing your ability to get to the next level or it's hindering you or it's making your life heavy, just remember what you've already been through. You matter.
That's
So
right.
understand that you got this.
That's
There is
right.
nothing that can stop you but your own self-doubt.
That's
So
right.
embrace yourself, free in beliefs, believe in yourself, and seize the day.
That's
That's what I
right. That's right. That's right. I love it. Great, great, great inspiration. Great inspiration. We're gonna talk more to you, but we have to get back in this countdown. The number four song was a huge hit in 2025. The song was called is by Leon Thomas. The song is called Mutt. Let's get into it. Mutt on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, we did three in a row for you. We did Leon Thomas with Mutt. Number three was Coco Jones with Here We Go. Uh-oh. And number two was Chris Brown with Residuals. Now it's time to get into my number one song and my number one artist. Actually, she's my second. She's the second diva I love. The first, was Janet. Everybody knows Janet. I love Janet. You know why you talk about Janet? Me and my neighbor, we got into a fight because he talked bad about Janet. But it's like, I stopped talking. I almost put on my what you call it, my mace, and I was afraid of. I was serious. That's how much I love Janet. Okay, and but she is my second favorite deer. I'm talking about no, no, oh, I'll give you a hint who this is. They call her the Queen of Christmas,
Oh,
and
Mariah.
she yes, this is my favorite song over her latest album. This song is called "I Won't Allow It," and it's dedicated to one of my exes. Okay, let's get into it. Mariah Carey, "I Won't Allow It," number one on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, yeah, y'all, that was the awesome. Oh wow, "I Won't Allow It." I won't allow it. Hey, hey, hey! I'm auditioning for you because I want to get in one of your songs. I won't allow it. I want to get. Hey, hey, hey! Put me on the way. I won't allow it. It's a mess. Monster Yo, how can people reach you?
They can reach me on Monster Yo Music ENT on Instagram. They can contact any one of my businesses, Skrilla Gorilla West, Skrilla Gorilla Columbia. They can reach me through um, Jimmy Visual, Joe Ham, TMP. Um, I'm all around ODR radio. However, whoever I associate with, you can reach me. Sindal, one of my she runs the Moncio fan club in Denver, Colorado.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
the Gifted, he runs the Moncio fan club in California, and then
Wow.
my brother Travis, he runs the Moncio fan club in France.
Wow, France. Parlez-vous
Yeah.
français? Yeah, brother. Yeah, international, brother. I'm not mad
Yes.
at you.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to say thank you very much to our guest, Monster Yo, man. It was such a pleasure having you. And I want to say thank you so much to all the stations that carry us, the Block FM, um, uh, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, everybody. Also, thank you to the Podcast Awards. We won two awards this past, the Best Black Podcast. Also, I'm very, very pleased at that. Also, shout out to the Glad Media Awards. Our song I just played was nominated for Best Song of the Year. It's coming up in 2026. Yo, I'm very, very pleased at that. Oh, and also shout out to you all for listening. It's this is our 378th show. We're still doing it. Season 10. We're still doing it big. Thank you guys so much for just keeping me down. The thought for the week is never give up, no matter what nobody else tell you. Also, and you know what, you guys want to end this. Usually we end this with a gospel song, but today I'm releasing the first single from my from my 30th album titled Back to the Love Room. And this year, everybody knows this year is 20 years since my debut album was released. And so now we're celebrating. And what the song of the new song is called Celebrate Love. Let's get into it. The new single, Celebrate Love. May God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again.